What are you doing out of the prison?
You're not dead. I know, we saw the smoke.
Enough, Celia. Set the prisoner free.
This one deserves our gratitude, not our distrust.
Valdis' forces were on the verge of overwhelming us. I do not need to tell you of the cruelty they inflicted on our people.
What will stop this prisoner from going straight to Valdis and informing him of the sorry state of our defenses?
This one has killed too many Morden. Valdis would never welcome such a person back into his army. The Resistance is in desperate need of such a warrior. I ask you to put an end to this cruelty, Celia.
Very well. I can see no reason to restrain you further. Somehow, you have earned not only Amren's trust, but that of these two as well. Go to the Great Hall. There, you will find a sister named Tar. She will remove your ring, and she will give you your things. And your medallion.
You will now be more welcome in the village, I expect. Tar can help you on your first leg of the journey home.
Watch your step carefully, stranger. You know that I will.
Be on your guard, friend. Valdis will have heard of your attacks. He will want to exact his vengeance.
Dryads are peaceful. What did we do to deserve your attacks? We are only trying to preserve what is ours.
You are lucky I've got these pets in pens, or they'd take a bite out of you. Despite the slow state of business, I would never dream of dealing with a follower of Valdis had not Celia told me to sell you what you need. Why would a prisoner need something like that? In any case, I have nothing unusual, but I've been trying to acquire some direwolves lately, ever since I discovered they existed. What a magnificent addition to my shop they would be. Have you heard of them? No, I do not. However, there is a noteworthy mage living here in Irulan named Rokar. He knows how to obtain a direwolf, but I have not had time to visit him. Track him down and tell him that I am interested in obtaining a direwolf specimen for my shop. If you don't run off, I'll make it worth your while. Excellent. Rokar can often be found talking with historian Erusu in the Great Hall. A direwolf would certainly help my business. Please keep on the lookout for one. I expect that Rokar will be able to assist you. He should be with the historian in the Great Hall. In the meantime, I'm watching you closely. What do you want? Certainly. What would you like to know? Oh, pets come from other worlds, prisoner. They are brought here when a nature mage opens a rift that temporarily connects our world to theirs. It is a dangerous business, and no wise nature mage would do so alone, lest the creatures attack the caster. You are awfully chatty for a convict. A rift is a gate to another world. A few nature mages know the locations of the rifts and even use them to supply merchants like myself with stock. But as I said, it is a risky business. Some creatures can be extremely powerful and aggressive. Rokar will be pouring over...
Greetings, stranger. Do I detect the accent of Amanlu in your speech? I visited there once in happier times. It was my poor daughter's favorite place. No, my daughter is lost to me. Killed by those foul Morden beasts when they took the Temple of the Coast. Perhaps. My daughter was young when we last visited the elves' fair town of Amanlu. She pestered me for days for one of those curiosities their craftsmen make. But we were poor, and I refused. Now that she is gone, I would give anything to grant her wish, even if she will never see it. Aye, something to remember Amanlu by. I do not have much to reimburse you with, but perhaps you will find this of use, for bartering purposes. I make these dolls for a living, though there have been so few children lately that they barely support me. You have my thanks. When next you are in Amanlu, be on the lookout for some sort of memorabilia.
So what's your story, stranger? On second thought, I'm not really that interested.
Take care in the jungle. There are horrors out there, the likes of which you've never imagined.
We dryads are a peaceful people. What did we do?
You may have traveled far, but I will wager you have not encountered the kind of terrible beasts that I have dealt with. The direwolf. A rare and exotic creature. They are similar to mundane wolves, but are distinguished by their bright blue fur. They are many times more powerful and aggressive as well. In their natural environment, they hunt gnawl beasts, which is how they were first discovered. When mages open rifts to capture gnawl beasts for taming, a direwolf occasionally wanders through, much to everyone's discomfort. Oh, is that all? Oh my, she doesn't expect much. Well, a test to my abilities is always welcome. But I will need accompaniment. There will be gnawl beasts to contend with, as well as Morden growl mages, who often patrol the rift locations. If that doesn't frighten you, join me, and I'll attempt it. What say you? Good. Head out the south gate. Follow the path as if you were going to the exile colony. Just past the ruined amphitheater, leave the path and go to the riverside to the north. Cross the footbridge and enter the small cave on the other side. There is a short tunnel. Go through it. On the other side, the rift will be directly in front of you. Take care of the Morden in the area, and I will meet you there.
I hear that I am to set you free. What a pleasure to be taking someone's ring off for a change. I imagine you've had quite enough of Celia. Here's what is left of your gear. Those engravings on your medallion are unusual. I've never seen anything like them.
Bite marks. Those are animal bites on the mercenary's arm.
What? Oh no. Step back. Don't touch me. Are you mad? Those animals carry the plague. The plague is raging through the island. By the fates, you have it. Anyone who is infected with it is transformed into a murderous creature. Animals carry the disease in their bite, and you have been bitten. It is only a matter of time now. Why would I create such a nightmare? Of course it's true. They say the Dark Wizards created the disease to lay waste to Valdis's enemies. They are Valdis's greatest weapons. They're hundreds of years old and beyond evil. Long ago, they turned to a form of magic so evil, it destroys those who use it. They are slowly dying. It is said that they even ingest Voldane to keep the black magic at bay, which tortures them. They are horrible creatures, and they use their own suffering to fuel the wicked magic they cast. It is no tale for you live it. Please, you must leave before you infect us all. Many have hoped that. Some believe the stories about the healing properties of the sacred waters within the Elven shrine. Others accept their fate and enter the exile colony. I will not quench the hope that burns in your breast. But be aware that many have tried to reach the shrine, and none have returned. Travel past the Morden Towers until you reach the Elven ruins. You'll find the shrine there. There used to be a shorter route but became overrun with the Haku, and we had to block it off. Take this vial. Use it to hold the Elven waters if you reach the shrine. Here are your things. Goodbye. I weep for your fate.
have you made your funeral plans? How should we bury you? Or maybe you'd like us to burn your corpse, as is the dryad custom. If you say so, personally, I think we should put you out on the river in a flaming raft. That would be something.
You have honored my family, friend. Speak to Hesla if you are willing to help us further.
My thanks. Your bravery has saved my daughter. I cannot think of what might have happened had you not found her when you did. May all Haku rot forever. Please, take this with my gratitude. Tansy has told me of her terrible time with the Haku. If it happened as she said, and one attacked another, then now is the time to strike. The time to defeat the Haku is now. If they are fighting amongst themselves, they will be distracted and open to attack.
Wait, Mother, you are mistaken. Brave stranger, it is not as my mother believes. I was speaking to the one you saw when you arrived. His name is Haran, and you will want to hear what he has said before you obey my mother's wishes. Haran is the son of the Haku High Priest. His father was overthrown by a Haku usurper priest, the very one who appeared in the cave after Haran freed me. Haran's father had always encouraged the Haku to live in peace with us, but the usurper is allied with the Morden. We need to help Haran's father restore peace before it's too late. He is hiding in a cave in the jungle.
Tansy, that is enough! Child, you have had a great trauma. You must rest now and leave these worrying matters to your elders. You must seek out this Haran and the Haku High Priest and defeat them. The sooner the treacherous Haku are gone from the island, the sooner I can be at peace. Good. If Tansy has not imagined all of this, you will surely find this Haran creature without too much difficulty. There are not so many caves in the southern jungle, but be on your guard all the same.
I'm a fighting man, not a carpenter. I hope that warden ends up dancing on Ziria's spear.
Have you discovered the steps for crafting that armor? Duma has been giving me the looks. I'm afraid she has realized that I've forgotten one of the most important crafting recipes. That is good news indeed. If I don't get started soon, I'll never be done in time. Dryad armor is tricky stuff to make on a forge. Quietly now, tell me what the tome said. That rings true. Please wait a moment while I make the armor. Excuse me, Craftmaster Sen. The Dryad armor is completed, just as you requested.
This is indeed fine work, Telenu. Excellent. You may keep that suit for yourself as a reward for a job well done.
My thanks. Craft Mistress Sen seemed almost happy with my work for once, and it's thanks to your sleuthing. Please, take this armor as a gift for your assistance.
Welcome to Bernard's Odds and...
I would like to be alone if you do not mind.
This establishment is no place for victims of the plague. Please leave quickly.
My story is both long and sad. You'll probably want to sit down and take out a hanky. Many years ago, I was captain of a fine ship. But now, oh, well, one day, my ship was wrecked in a brutal storm. I was washed ashore, unconscious. When I came to... Right. As I was saying, when I came to, there was a beautiful woman standing over me. There was something a little odd about her, though. You'll never believe this part. This is the part no one ever believes. As I was saying, there was this beautiful woman, and she was... well... she was green and leafy. I had seen many strange things in my time, but none so strange as that, let me tell you. Well, except maybe for the... Well, you see, when I was your age, before I was captain of that ship, of course, I was a soldier. I was stationed at Windstone Fortress, which was built by the ancient Azanites way back before the... What was I talking about again? Oh, of course. As I was saying, my job was to sweep the cloister in the Temple of Zyria at the heart of the fortress. So one day I was sweeping and I stubbed my toe. You'll never guess what I stubbed it on. We wouldn't have let senile old men into the temple, no. It was a green stone carved with the ancient Azanite symbol for the Tree of Life. There was a socket in the center of the room that looked as if the stone would fit inside it. But I took a nap instead of trying it. I bet if I had, though, it would have opened a secret door or something. There, now, wasn't that riveting? I believe it may be part of some sort of puzzle. You know, they were keen on that sort of thing back in the temple's heyday. If you could investigate that for me, it would put my mind at rest. Thank you, friend. The Temple of Zyria can be found deep within Windstone Fortress.
You don't appear to have any disease symptoms. If those dryads are as poor with medicine as they are with history, you probably have nothing to worry about.
Sorry, no beds for plague victims. Please leave quickly. You'll drive off customers. The Warriors Guild Pact states that one of your standing may add a third seat to your party roster, but you must be charged a one-time fee for it. Do you wish to add a third seat to your party? Congratulations. You may now have up to 3 members in your party. Would you like to see what adventurers are available? The Warriors Guild Pact states that one of your standing may add a 4th. I see from the way you're slapping your pockets that you don't have enough gold at this time. Come back later when you can pay.
There are no decent recruits to be found here. And what's worse, while my own squadron finds glory and riches in battle, Soldier Jordan is languishing in this backwater town seeking phantoms. Pshaw. If that wasn't enough, these leafheads don't even eat decently, let alone fight right. I'd give near anything to taste red meat again. The bloodier, the better. That is a statuette of Zyria. I've had time enough on my hands to carve a few more of them. These sap bloods may not be able to tell Zyria from Elendil, but my art will fetch a fair price when I rejoin my unit. I'd be willing to give that statue to you in exchange for some fresh meat. This dryad diet of leaves and insects does not agree with me at all.
It is tragic how many of the Dryad Sisterhood have perished in the fighting. These Dryads are not prepared for war. Now, Elven folks such as myself are accustomed to loss. Those who seek involvement in others' affairs must accept the dangers that come with. Foresight can help, aye, but it cannot be willfully controlled, and it seems matters close to one's heart are always shadowed in the dream world. I would give anything to cheer my young daughter, but alas, I am unable to give her good news. My husband and I came to Irilon to assist the dryads. He to train them in the dance of blades. I to teach them our methods of mending wounds. He is missing, but I would certainly know if he was gone from me forever. He will return when he is able, one day. Sadly, our daughter Chalet does not understand and is most distressed. That is a rare flask of Elven ale. I'd be willing to give it to you in exchange for something that will cheer my young child. A child's dog. That is just the thing to make my daughter smile again while we wait for my husband's return. I promised you the flask of Elven ale. Here it is. You don't look ill. At least you look no worse than you did before.
A spider. Get it away. Never mind. It's just a stick. Oh, I hate insects. I see them everywhere, around every corner. I feel their horrible beady eyes staring at me out of the darkness with ill intent. Oh. Amanlu! A few weeks ago, I set out for Amanlu to visit my cousin. While I was going through the Dryad caverns, I found myself lost. Have you ever been to the deeper tunnels of the Dryad caverns? There are insects everywhere. I admit that it did not bother me at the time. I am a dryad after all. And at first I thought I had stumbled upon a windfall fit for the queen. I decided I would go back to Ireland and let the foragers know of our good luck. I turned around, began walking through the caverns, trying to retrace my route. I must have taken another wrong turn. I stumbled down a side passage and ran into the biggest insect I had ever seen. Its carapace was larger than the biggest house in Ireland. Eyes like the darkest pits, burning into my mind. Fangs, dripping, venom. Whoa! I do not know how I found my way home, but I did. And here will I stay, so long as that terrible beast lives. Forever will I be cursed to see it around every corner, beneath every bed. Oh! Would you really? If you are able to manage this feat, I will be beyond grateful to you. I think I would no longer be afraid were I to see its severed head with my own two eyes.
I hear you have earned the trust of Warden Celia. Not an easy task, to be sure. You must be very capable to have managed it. I could use your help if you care to earn some coin. I knew that would get your attention. I specialize in antiquities, you see. Before Greylin Isle became home to the Dryads, elves lived here. You probably have seen the ruins of their buildings in the jungle, yes? Well, as you can imagine, there are many rare and beautiful artifacts to be found, if one searches carefully enough. Oh, most are valueless fragments in truth, but occasionally, if one looks in the right sort of spots, you understand, one can find a bauble precious enough to guarantee a comfortable future. Friend, I am very practiced at finding the right places to look. Ply an adventurous type with a goodly amount of drink, or slip a generous amount of coin into the right hands, and one can learn all sorts of trivia. I will tell you what I know of a particularly valuable object, if you are willing to seek it out. I reward my treasure hunters very well, you know. Good choice. Now listen closely. Beyond those ugly towers the Morden have built on the western ridge lies an ancient elven shrine. Inside, there is rumored to be a secret vault containing the sapphire of the elves. If the rumors are true, this is truly a relic of historical importance. My sources tell of a secret mechanism you must discover to gain entrance to the outer vault rooms. Once you have done that, the inner vault itself is opened with a series of weighted rocks that need to be positioned correctly. I'm sure you can figure it out.